welcome back to the channel. This is Metal Marty back with another video. As you can tell by the thumbnail, this is a first, last and always video. Johnny Mac and Rock and Metal Plus channel started doing these last year. It's just where you pick a band, name the first, go through the first album, the last album, and then your favourite album of the band. I think it was about 6 months ago I did one of these videos before. It was the only one I've done so far, and it was of Riot. American band Riot. So if you haven't seen that video and you're interested in Riot or that, just have a look back. I know it is 6 months ago, so it probably is a bit of a fucking mess, but I'll leave the link at the end of the video here. You can just go in and check it out if you haven't already. I appreciate that. So pick Mercyful Fate, as you can tell by the thumbnail. Anybody that follows me on Instagram and Facebook will see that I've been posting Mercyful Fate for the last 2 days, all their albums. I have their 7-album discography, and I've just listened to it all on the trot this week, just to refresh myself with some of the stuff I mightn't have known too well. But fantastic band. I'm sure everybody knows Mercyful Fate. They're back on the tour scene again, like they're doing all the festivals and all that, and they're actually releasing a new album, as is King Diamond as well. I've seen an interview with King himself there, and fantastic. That's great news. It's been a good few years now since the last album. The 7th album was 1999. So so this is not a ranking video. This is just a first, last and always our favourite one you always go to. So so I'm quickly going to run through these. I want to try to keep this under 10 minutes so I'm not boring you to death. There has been rankings done before, like Darcy and that, so this is not a ranking. This is just first, last and always our favourite. Good idea for a video from Johnny Mac. So so Mercyful Fate 1982. This is not their first album, but their first release. So they released the EP, Nuns Have No Fun EP, or just self-titled Mercyful Fate EP. So 4-track EP, 4 fucking quality songs. This is fantastic. This just could have fit up right in a ranking. Definitely. So you've got Corpse of the Soul, Nuns Have No Fun, Doomed by the Living Dead, and Devil's Eyes. 4 fantastic tracks. Delighted to have this in my collection. As I say, it's an EP, so it's not first album, but it's a must-have. This and some of the early stuff is just must-have stuff. So so that's pretty cool. That's a great EP. It really is. Great band. King Diamond. I remember hearing Mercyful Fate first on the old on the Friday Night Rock show, BBC Radio 5. Tommy Vance, fantastic, blew me away. Then in 1987, Abigail came out. I was 14, and that just changed everything. King Diamond's vocals are a bit like Marmite. You like it or you don't. A lot of people don't like it, can't stand it, but unfortunately, because of that, you're missing out on some fantastic music. The musicians that Mercyful Fate have had over the years, the Denners, the Shermans, the Charlie D'Angelo, what's his name? Mike Weed. Brilliant drummers. Just brilliant fucking musicians though. Their albums are just full of fantastic music. Anyway, I'm rambling. Okay, so in 1983, Mercyful Fate released Melissa, the first album. So I'm showing you 2 here because this is our original from back in the day. This came out on Music for Nations, and you can see that. But so I bought the Metal Blade, was it? The Metal Blade reissue, so I could just give this a bit of early retirement. Well, now it's been played a lot over the years, but it still plays brilliant. So Melissa, first album. Wow, what an album! This is fantastic. 8 tracks: Evil, Curse of the Pharaohs, Into the Coven, Sound of the Demon Bell, Black Funeral, Satan's Fall, and Melissa itself. Fucking savage album. If you haven't heard Mercyful Fate, or you don't know Mercyful, I'm very surprised, but you need to check this album out. You need to have this album and the second album, the follow-up album to this. Jeez, they're absolutely amazing. Get over King's vocals, listen to Mercyful Fate. The music is just absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. Okay, so that was their first album, Mercyful Fate, in 1983. Melissa, absolutely gem of an album. Okay, we might be talking about that again in a few minutes. Okay, so now next part of this is the last album. So the last album that Mercyful Fate was in 1999, and it was coincidentally titled 9. This is it here. This is a Metal Blade. Talking too much. So this is Metal Blade reissue. I don't know, reissue. It came out Metal Blade in 2016. This is another great album, as with all the Mercyful Fate albums. They're all great albums. Some are better than others, obviously, just like any ranking of any band, but I think this is a great album. This is probably Mercyful Fate's heaviest album. I was actually surprised when I listened to this yesterday. I know it, like, but I forgot how heavy it was. This was a really, really heavy album. Last Rites, oh, what a brilliant opener. Church of St. Anne, Summer Soul, House on the Hill, Burn in Hell, The Grave, Insane, Kiss the Demon, oh, Savage. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant stuff. Buried Alive and the title track 9. Excellent album, this. Excellent album. So this one you've got King Diamond himself, obviously. Mike Weed, I was right with, did I say Mead? I think I did. Mike Weed, Bjarne Holm, Charlie D'Angelo from Arch Enemy fame is on this as well, and Hank Sherman. Who else? But fantastic. Michael Danner was long gone at this stage, but brilliant album. Mercyful Fate's heaviest album, I think, apart from the very early stuff. But fantastic. That's the last album. I can't wait for the new album. It's gonna be something special, I hope. So okay, so that was the first. Melissa, last was that, and always favourite. I'm going to show you all the Mercyful Fate albums on here, but I'm jumping straight back into the album that showed you a minute ago. This is my first Mercyful Fate listen, and it's still my favourite album of theirs. It's just 7 tracks of pure quality, packed with just brilliant songs. So yeah, so that was a handy one. This is my favourite. Second album runs a bit close as well, but this is definitely my favourite album, Melissa. So I'll just quickly show you the other Mercyful Fate releases I have. So I have the next album, the second album came out in 1984. It was Don't Break the Oath. Once again, I have 2 versions of it. So that's the new Metal Blade reissue. As I said, that was bought just to retire this original one of ours from Roadrunner back in the day. 1984 Roadrunner. I doubt it. Maybe it is 84. I doubt it. But so yeah, that was on Roadrunner, that original one. Another fantastic album. Dangerous Meeting, first song on it, just fantastic. Nightmare, Desecration of Souls, Night of the Unborn, the old Gypsy, fantastic. One of my favourite Mercyful Fate songs, Gypsy. It's brilliant. Welcome Princess of Hell, In Our Far Away, and Come to the Sabbath. As I'm sure everybody knows that from any of the live Mercyful Fate gigs. They always play it. But what a cover, fantastic. Be a nice t-shirt. I love a t-shirt like that. Be pretty cool. So, okay. Bit of a gap then after that. Mercyful Fate, King Diamond was doing King Diamond, whatever else happened in the meantime. So, back in 1993, it was kind of a comeback album of Mercyful Fate. I bought it on picture disc. It's fine, plays grand, bit of noise as a picture disc. Sorry, as a picture disc do. But, so yeah, so this is In the Shadows, 1993. Fantastic comeback album. It's absolutely packed with all brilliant songs. I hate these fucking picture discs, but it is pretty cool picture disc. I hope there's not like baiting the shit out of that now. But yeah, I'm gonna buy a standard vinyl of this when I can get it at a good price. There's a picture of King on it there as well. So yeah, great songs. Egypt, The Bell Witch, The Old Oak, Shadows, Gruesome Time, Room. What's that called? Room of Golden Air. Is That You, Melissa? Throwback to Melissa. And then Return of the Vampire 96 is on it, which is it's a good song. It's a good song. Don't mind it at all. So yeah, so that was In the Shadows from 1993. Okay, straight away the year after they come back again in Time for 1994. Another very good album. There's some really good songs on this. Nightmare Be by Thy Name, Angel of Light, Witch's Dance. The Mad Orb is a great song. There's Mad Orb reappears in another album after that. The Afterlife is a really cool song on this. But yeah, Mercyful Fate don't make bad records. Don't make bad records. They make some better records than others, but they don't make bad records in my humble opinion. So Michael Danner is still on this one. Snowy Shaw, as you see, there's Snowy there, looking a bit normal compared to what he is now. He's been in a lot of acts, Snowy Shaw, you know him from Tyrion as well. Who else was on this? Hank Sherman, Charlie D'Angelo, and of course the King himself. So that was Time from 1994. After that, they followed up with Into the Unknown. Another very good album. The Uninvited Guest. It was kind of a video for that as well. That was pretty cool. 15 Men and a Bottle of Rum. That was a bit weird, that one. But yeah, it's a good album. The Mad Orb Part 2 is on this as well. Cthulhu. So yeah, really good album. Not their best, but still worth checking out. The amount of music and guitar playing on Mercyful Fate albums is crazy. The amount of lead work, the solos just fucking bouncing around everywhere. They're a really great band, and King's vocals are as good as they always have been. It's fantastic. I'd love to see them live. So after that, we go to Dead Again, 1998. This is a good album. It's probably my weakest Mercyful Fate album, if I'm being honest. It's still a good album, still some great songs on it. So the lineup here was a bit changed. Hank Sherman was there. This is Barney's there on drums, Charlie, Mike Weed, and King Diamond. Yeah. So yeah, this is a Metal Blade as well. This came in a double vinyl. This one gatefold. But yeah, some good songs on this. Torture 1629 is very good. The Night, Banshee, Sucking Your Blood. I enjoyed that one a lot. Dead Again, Fear, Crossroads. Good album. Mercyful Fate are a great band, easy to get into. Only 7 studio albums, so I'm sure everybody knows Mercyful Fate. So I just thought I'd just do this little video because I'm after being just listening to them all week. Also have a few compilation albums and kind of album of rarities. So, excuse me. 1987, Mercyful Fate put out The Beginning. Once again, we've got 2 copies of it. So once again, it's a Metal Blade reissue, and this is original from 1987 from our house. I'm not sure. I'm saying our house. I don't know if it was my brother's or mine. We both collected records. This ended up with Irish Metal Mickey at one stage, and it's back with me again. So this is on Roadrunner. You can see the difference in the back of the 2 albums. The pictures, back cover is completely different. The original one that I have, the Roadrunner, has a sticker on it as well. In the beginning, there was Mercyful Fate sticker. It's on the front of it. So it's a great compilation, because the whole Nuns Have No Fun EP is on this. Doom by the Living Dead, Corpse of the Soul, Nuns from Devil's Eyes. Fantastic. Yeah, this is a great starter. If you don't know the old Mercyful Fate, which I doubt, get The Beginning and check it out. And then also, last but not least, Mercyful Fate Return of the Vampire. So this is rarities. This is kind of demo versions, other kind of versions of some of the classic stuff like Curse of the Pharaohs, Return of the Vampires on this, Corpse Without a Soul. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Once again, we're on Metal Blade Records, of course. So yeah, so that is my Mercyful Fate stuff. My first, or their first, was obviously Melissa, and it's also coincided my favourite. And then their last album was 9 in 1999, until the new one, which is going to be sweet. I can't wait for that. It's going to be fantastic. So that's it, guys. Cheers. Let me know what you think of Mercyful Fate. What do you think of King Diamond? I'm sure there's a lot out there that don't like him, but if you could just get over King Diamond, Mercyful Fate, the amount of music that's in their records and quality of music and musicians is just fucking, it's savage. So yeah, I'm always a fan, always have been a fan, always will be a fan, love them. So what else am I going to say? I'm rambling here and I'm forgetting what I'm going to say. So that's it, that's Mercyful Fate. So as I said, I'll leave a link for the Riot one. It's 6 months old, so God knows what it's like, but I'll leave it in there. Just check it out if you're into Riot, or if you haven't heard Riot and you want to check them out, just have a look at that video just for the crack, and just let me know what you think of that. That's it, guys. Thank you very much. I've got 4 or 5 new subscribers in the last day or two. Really appreciate you for doing that. Thank you very much. So that's it, guys. Still on holidays, still changing around my music room, and it's looking good. So I might do a video at some stage for it. So yeah, that's it, guys. Have a great day. Have a good weekend. And I will talk to you all soon for an update. I got a great album this morning, a good old trash one, original. I'll not tell you what it is, but a class. I love it. That's it, guys. Have a good day. See you later. Cheers. Thanks. Bye.